Oh, Skin Spotlights made a video on the card interactions. What would we do without them? I mean, no one else can do their job. Well, we're back. We have all been waiting for this video, and finally we have the interactions for the cards in Legends of Runeterra. Now, we don't have all the interactions. If you follow Skin Spotlights on social media, you know that the interactions are quite lengthy. In fact, there is more than 1 hour of audio files for the interactions. That's why they decided to split the interactions by regions. But anyway, enough dilly-dallying and let's get on to the interactions of the Ionian cards.
At last, I have found you.
Yone, turn back while you can.
First of all, they pronounce it Yone, not Yone. That's a new one to us.
Brother, what have you become?
If I told you, would you listen?
See, of course, for those of you who don't know, Yone, or Yone, as it is now revealed, is Yasuo's brother. He's the one who was relentlessly hunting down Yasuo because, of course, everyone in Yasuo's village thought that he was the one who murdered their master, even though their master, ironically, killed himself while he was helping Riven. I know that entire story is just one massive irony, especially since the master was killed by a black metal blade. You know, irony. But yeah, it is Yone, not Yone.
You have taken a dark path.
You never did believe me.
Of course he didn't believe him, nobody did.
Does the wind flee?
Or does it follow?
Oh, that's a good reference. That's a saying that Yone told Yasuo before that entire storyline kind of erupted. That's a really cool reference right there.
A shame you let pride disrupt your training.
A shame you didn't.
Oh, that's a cool burn, hold on. A shame you let pride disrupt your training. A shame you didn't. See, because the reason why Yasuo was kind of put in a bad situation was because his duty was to protect their master, but because the Noxians kind of invaded into their land and there was no one to protect the nearby villages, Yasuo left his post, he left his master alone to protect the villages. So it was his pride in defending his land that disrupted his training. By that I mean, you know, his duty. Shen on the other side. Shen always followed whatever he was told. And maybe Yasuo is kinda pointing at the fact that these are limiting Shen's true potential. In fact, because Shen is so good at following what he's told, he became the Eye of Twilight, which means that he's killing both spirits and people when people actually invade the spirit realm. So maybe Yasuo is pointing at the fact that sometimes Shen has to kill people as well.
You're wanted for your crimes.
I'm no murderer.
That voice acting is so good, by the way.
The
Of course,
eye of
of course we know who it is, you know, the voice of Illidan himself. Like, Yasuo is probably one of the best voiced characters in League.
A shadow to cut through the light.
Our blades speak far louder than words.
See, Ren Shadowblade, again, I think Ren Shadowblade is gonna appear in Zed's comic. So this is a character that is definitely gonna reappear later. And I believe that's why there are interactions. And again, Ren Shadowblade is one of Zed's pupils, so there should be more interactions later, that's why.
We both want what is best for Ionia.
And only one of us pursues it.
Oh,
You
I see,
should
so...
have stayed away.
You cannot escape your past.
Hold on, so that previous interaction was a reference to the fact that they both do truly want, you know, the best for their land, for Ionia, because Shen is balancing out both worlds, the spirit realm and the physical realm, and Zed on the other side, he sees Noxians destroying their land, and he's like, you know what, let me get rid of them for you. So he's right that both of them want the best for their land, but Zed is kind of being that asshole on top of that, because he says that, you know, what Shen is doing is not right, but what he's doing, that is perfectly fine.
You should have stayed away.
You cannot escape your past.
This line, however, I'm not exactly sure what Shen is pointing at. You should have stayed away. Oh, I know what he means. He's referencing the fact that Zed was kicked out of the Kingo Monastery. He was exiled, but then as Zed started his own order based on the shadow magic, or shadow techniques, he then came back. That's what Shen is referring to. He should have stayed away after Zed was exiled. That is a cool story reference as well.
The Kinku watch over Ionia.
Watch all you want. My order will act.
Kinku, by the way, not Kinko, as I always pronounce it. It's Kinku. So you want my order will act. See, just two characters taunting each other.
Act. The enemy of my enemy.
Barely tolerates you.
The enemy of my enemy. But Zed's enemies are ninjas, the Kinku, which Yasuo is not an enemy of. So he's talking about Noxians then. And Yasuo just burned him back.
You do well in my order.
I'm nobody's pawn.
No, he's not.
They call us murderers as though it were an insult.
Save it for someone who'll listen.
They call us murderers as if though it was an insult. It is an insult. Even to Zed. Zed is not murdering people for the sake of murdering them. He's not Jin. That's a little bit out of character. Unless this is going to be something that's gonna be pointed out in the comic.
Listen.
An apt pupil.
My life for the Order.
Of course, Shadow Assassin, one of
The
Zed's pupils.
shadows have enlightened me.
Someday you'll learn the true meaning of that word.
Enlightenment.
May
Oh,
your
I see.
wanderings find you peace.
Time will tell.
The Kinku protect
special.
those who keep the balance.
Just show me an ally in need. I'll be there.
Also, this is also nothing special. The reason why Shen and Lugs have interactions with each other is because both of them are cards that are based on barriers. No lore references
We meet
there.
again, old friend.
We're not the men we once were.
That is true, by the way. Both of them, first of all, a lot has happened since they last met when they were debating whether they should kind of work together on taking down Jin. But I do believe that these cards are kind of interacting before that kind of reunion even happened. With that said, both of them are way older than we thought. Like, I believe that Zed is kind of like 35-ish and Shen is going towards being 40. Which means that, yeah, they are definitely not the men that they once were.
You'll never
They are way older.
destroy the Kinku.
Your father believed the same.
You could have had a place among the Kinku.
I've got enough ghosts to fight already.
Oh, I got enough ghosts to fight already. Oh, that's a reference to Shen going into the Shadow Realm and killing spirits in the Shadow Realm.
Silence the unworthy.
Death will bring them silence.
Again, Ren Shadowblade.
Dangerous out here, kid.
I can handle myself. Send him up.
And bring them down!
Okay, there's no lore between these two characters. There is a theory, and we will get to this later, I guess, when Noxian cards get their interactions, but there is a theory that the Legion General is actually Katarina's father, General Dukuto, but we'll get to that in the future. These two characters have interactions with each other because this character, the Mina Swiftfoot, she is recalling enemies, and the Legion General gets buffed for every enemy you recall. So these two cards only have interactions with each other because there is a high chance that they will be played often in one deck. So that's why Riot gave them interactions.
down!
Free and lonesome as a summer
Same for
breeze.
these two.
So young, so careless.
The eye of twilight sees all.
Master, I'm honored.
Master?
I am the blade in the darkness.
Are you supposed to be here?
I
So
go
this
where
is
the
a
road takes me.
ninja pupil,
Are you the one with wind
Student.
technique?
and he
Do
knows
not fear
Yasuo.
the
That's cool.
shrouded path.
I walk your path alone.
Of course, because they are lone wolves.
Their screams pierce the darkness.
Scurry back to your shadows.
Make your poison.
Give me the usual.
I had to tweet this one. Because this kind of confirms that maybe that booze that Yasuo is drinking, it could be from Zone. Because remember, everything in Legends of Runeterra is canon. So when he says, give me the usual, either Yasuo is carrying with him Zonite booze. Did I say Ionian before? Zonite. Or he sometimes ventures into Zone to drink at the bars there, which is far less possible.
The Yordle here's with me.
Company makes the journey go faster.
That is a reference to Talia's story, because Yasuo, for the most of his life, Yasuo was alone, and his character was kind of broken, or it changed a little bit when he met Talia, who was running away from war, and Talia suddenly became Yasuo's only companion, or company is actually the better word. Is there a difference between those two words? But yeah, ever since the story where he met Talia and they went on an adventure together, ever since that Yasuo feels better about having company.
Go faster.
Everything's better with company.
Says you.
Tough road. Keep each other safe.
See, his character changed a bit.
Pay or bleed. Rough technique. Good results.
Again, these two characters have interactions with each other only because Yasuo is a card based on stuns and the Minotaur is stunning enemies.
My war host awaits. Only the lucky ones return home.
Only the lucky ones return home. That's exactly why there's a theory that that this card might be Katarina's father, General Dukuto, because General Dukuto vanished. We don't know what happened. But this card, Legion General, was originally called the Lost General, and that's why Yasuo has an interaction that says only the lucky ones return home, because this is supposed to be a Lost General that returned home, and yeah, again, we'll get to this more in the Noxian cards, whenever we get those interactions, but the theory still stands. This could be actually Katarina's father.
Tough to leave the past behind.
Tales of our past are seeds for our future.
Tales of our past are seeds for our future. That's an interesting reference, considering the fact that Greenglade Elders, or anything that's from Greenglade, is the place where the Omikayalan, which is the God Willow, was turned into Ivern. So these people were there, or probably they witnessed when the God Willow was cut down by Freljordians and Ivern became a tree.
Our future.
So that's an interesting interaction.
What would you wish to learn?
I'm not the man you think I am.
My training is nearly
Yasuri.
complete.
An apt pupil.
Yasuri is a new
None
character, by the way.
question me.
An apt pupil.
Master Zed will be pleased.
Look what you've become.
That's a new character. We have not seen
I
Yasuri in the
sense
story.
dark, ancient magics.
Whoa!
What
She
other
wonders!
secrets does the ice hide?
Oh, that's it? Just dark magic? Dark magic? Magic? If those creatures were connected to the void, it wouldn't be magic. Or then again, Karma probably doesn't even know the difference between magic and the void, so... Did Karma... I don't even think that Karma, as in the entity of Ionia, I don't think it even saw the void before. I'm not even sure if the void ever attacked Ionia.
Old stones tell the history of this place. Listen, the stones speak.
Okay. Oh, that's...
A
Freljordian
clear mind
stones.
knows true strength. Resolve
these-
is the most powerful of our weapons.
She has, Karma has interactions with the stones and with Feral Mystic, because the stones give you mana in Legends of Runeterra, and this Feral Mystic gets buffed whenever you have full mana. And Karma is a champion that's based on just gaining mana, so she has interactions with these cards because it makes sense gameplay-wise.
Drown in shadow.
A foul parody of spirit magic.
Hold on, a foul parody of spirit magic. That is a cool reference to the fact that the shadow technique was accidentally created during the Rune Wars. There were mages who were kind of fiddling with shadow magic, and they accidentally created the Shadow Realm, where Nocturne now is. So it is true that the Shadow Realm and the Shadow techniques are a parody of a spirit world, or spirit magic, because the real two realms, or the main two realms we can find on Runeterra, is the physical realm and the spirit realm. But then there's also the Shadow Realm, which is like a smaller pocket world that was accidentally created. That's why the shadows are a foul parody of the spirits. That is a clever reference to the fact how to the way how the Shadow Realm was created.
These woods protect their own.
Keeper, our lands need us.
Keeper, by the way, again, Greenglade, these creatures protected the Omekaya land before Ivern was created. But I believe there is gonna be one more quote from this person. I love the voice actor. It is so hilarious.
Nature blesses her followers.
We each defend our brethren.
That's what I was talking about. I love the voice actor for the Greenglade caretaker.
These teams were unbalanced.
Oh, that is actually clever, because again, Shen is all about bringing balance to the spirit realm. So he is either going into the spirit realm and he's taking down spirits that are killing people, or he's killing people that are affecting the spirits. That way, both spirit realm and the physical realm can be in balance. Whenever one of them is stronger than the other, Shen has to do the dirty job and kill whatever is the stronger side. And that's where we get the final last interaction.
I did all I could.
Or quote, I did all I could. He says this because, yes, Shen is massacring even people when he has to. You may think that he's the good guy, but even if a cute little puppy bothers the spirits, he has to kill it. Hey, did you know that we have social media and Twitch where we talk about other League facts and stories? And did you know that we have neat mugs and shirts too? The links to all of that will be below. And as always, thank you, come again.